The Chapter 5 finale just ended. It was a huge concert with Snoop Dogg, Ice Spice, Juice WRLD, and Eminem. All these people came and they sang for a few minutes, we saw some insane visuals, and then they left, and then the next person came. Until the end, and Juice WRLD left and something insane happened. There was actually some hidden lore in this event, and I'm gonna explain everything that happened. So basically, if you take a look, the event starts and they replay the Midas Device event from Chapter 2 Season 2, except this time there's a little bit of a difference. Instead of the device, it's a giant microphone. And instead of the little prongs that came out of the water, it was giant towers with speakers. The microphone eventually connected to the speakers, and then a giant Snoop Dogg came and grabbed the microphone. This was a cool surprise, and then he started singing around, and then another Snoop Dogg came and then took us to some spacey area with a bunch of planets. This was a really cool part of the event, but it only gets better from here. And then we get teleported back to the Chapter 2 island again, where we see Eminem standing there menacingly. There was a giant dark, fog everywhere. And in the sky, there was some red tornado-looking storm. It was raining everywhere. There were helicopters and everything shooting at Eminem. And in the distance, if you paid enough attention, since the monster song was playing, you could see these really creepy monster faces. But then whenever all of the helicopters and stuff started attacking him, he broke free, but then the mech came and started fighting him. It was really cool. Comic book style fighting. They had a rap battle, and then the mech's face got ripped off and it ended up being Eminem underneath. It was really weird. It was like Eminem versus Eminem. It was really funny. But then they fight and we explode over to Ice Spice. And for a little while she didn't really look like she was gonna get anything special because she was just dancing there normal sized, singing, and it was kind of weird. If you looked around, there were a bunch of New York style buildings everywhere, and if you looked into the distance, there was dark skies. We'll come back here in a minute because there was actually a huge secret here, but then Ice Spice turned into another giant like everybody else. And something that everybody got surprised by, we kind of saw Travis Scott come, because in one of her songs, Travis Scott has a big part in it. And we were all thinking that maybe his skin would make a return, but instead, they made it look like he would, but they just brought back some sort of weird white skeleton. And then right here at this red area, the sky starts spinning and the stars start moving really quick and everything turns red and we start flipping upside down. By the way, during this part, there was another secret. If you caught it, let me know in the comments. I'm going to tell you at the end of the video when we get done explaining all this. Then we flip upside down and we teleport to the Juice WRLD location, where we get to listen to Juice WRLD sing songs and we get to see him in the distance as he walks around and stuff like that. Juice WRLD got to play his new song, which sounded pretty good. And then a butterfly rift came, and when we touched it, it turned us into one. It was really weird. We got to fly around as a rift butterfly. We got to see the Chapter 2 map in the distance. It was really cool looking. And then when Juice WRLD disappeared, we saw a 999 in the stars. And everybody thought that the event was over, but then we got rifted to some weird blue, purple glowing area. And then a butterfly comes over our shoulder, and then another one, and it ends up being Hope and Jones, which caught everybody off guard. Here's my reaction to it. Now what? Oh, this is cool. What is this? Hope and Jones? Wait, lore? Where are we going? Hope and Jones? I'm down? Take us to Chapter 6. What is this? I was not expecting to see Hope and Jones. But before I show you the rest, which is really, really insane, let me show you the beginning of the Chapter 6 Season 1 trailer, because this is what I had in mind. So when you watch this really quickly, the first thing we see is that we're in a new reality and this weird rock flies in and lands on the map. And it starts some giant shockwave and then opens this portal. It was really interesting, and then we got to see the rest of the trailer, but I was confused, how did we get to this reality until this event? Because what I'm about to show you was really, really cool. Alright, check it out. I won't talk yet. Where did we just go to? Did we just go to Chapter 6? Oh, there's the rock we saw in the trailer! I guess the rock does just go with us. We go with the rock. That was really cool. Whoa, what is this? Is this chapter 6? Whoa! This is a chapter 6 map! The same rock that was in the trailer shows up in the event and follows us through the rift. And then when I think the event is over, the fog fades away and it reveals the chapter 6 island underneath. The rock flies on past us and it shows the same thing that the trailer picks up on. So I was wondering, where did this rock come from? It just kind of appeared and followed us in. And as I was wondering this, I looked back at the event. And when I looked back, I realized, oh my goodness, it was there the whole time. So at the Ice Spice part of the event, if you were able to look around the world, you would have seen a blue asteroid in the sky. It blended in at the time because we didn't think about it, but looking back at the clip, it was there the whole time. And then later, whenever we were flipping and in the red spot, we could see it very clearly. It followed us all the way there, and it was there since the beginning. What this rock is, we don't know. Some people think it's a 0-point shard because the outside layer matches. Personally, it looks more like kinetic ore to me, with just a silver outline. Especially the way that it reacts, because when it lands, it has a bunch of momentum and uses that, which reminds me of kinetic ore. But regardless, somehow it opened the portal. So just when I was confused of how were we gonna get to chapter 6 and stuff like that, they finally actually told us. I was kind of honestly thinking that they weren't gonna tell us anything and they were just gonna send us to chapter 6 and it wouldn't make any sense. But this makes a lot of sense. I also thought that Jones wasn't going to be in Chapter 6 with us, but based off of this event, we can safely say that he did come with us, which is really exciting. But obviously, everybody was surprised to see the Chapter 6 map at the end of the event. We could see a lot of places there. We could see some pretty big mountains that had snow on them. We could see some pretty big bridges, a nice forest in the distance, a blue forest. There were a lot of places that we could see that looked really interesting. So what did you guys think? If you played during Chapter 2 with the Travis Scott event, was it better than the Travis Scott event or not? Personally, I think it's close. So, if you guys are interested in hearing about more of that and some theories I have for that, watch the video on the screen. It might not be out yet if you're watching this before Season 1, but it'll be out soon. So subscribe while you wait. And please use code PBJ when you buy the Battle Pass. See you guys later.